Everyone wants to know who has the crown in hip-hop. The greatest rapper alive title has been used for many generations. In this time, it's hard to tell who will take that #1 spot with so many new artists popping up. But the three artists who has been around for over a decade now clearly lets it be known that they want that spot. Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar are the three hip-hop goats that all have interesting stories to tell. In the beginning of their careers, the three came up at similar time frames if you count when they first started to pop off. Cole signed with Jay-Z, Drake signed with Lil Wayne, and Kendrick came shortly after signing with Top Dog Entertainment. The three would be on the come-up, growing their fan base and would grow interests in each other's music. They would collab with each other on music and even go on tour. As their audiences would get bigger, their relationships would get close as well. Cole and Kendrick even hinted a few times that they will have a collab project together. It seemed like the three were good friends, until one certain song would drop.
This is hip-hop and them niggas should know what time it is. And that goes for Jermaine, Big Crit, Drake. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas.
After Kendrick's Control verse, Drake and Cole's relationship with Kendrick would change. Cole would actually respond on a song showing Kendrick he wouldn't back down.
Thought you was a down-ass bitch till I found that shit a couple days ago. I was home alone, next thing I know that long-ass verse from a song called Control was on.
But later on, Cole said in an interview that he actually called Kendrick to see if they were good.
I had to have a conversation with him. I just had to find out for myself, like, yo, what?
You came at me, dog?
What's that?
After that, Cole and Kendrick seemed to patch things up and would go back to doing shows. But Drake wasn't having it. He felt some type of way from the Control verse and felt Kendrick was a little harsh, and because of it, Drake hasn't worked with Kendrick since. Now Kendrick would get a lot of questions come his way about the verse and if he really wanted beef. But he simply put that he is a competitor and is in hip-hop to be the best. After coming in the game and growing his craft, he got more confident in his skill. And it was then where he wants to be the top of the competition. Cole and Drake would feel the same way, and from there, the three would be consistently dropping great projects over the years. Cole would drop one particular project called Forest Hills Drive that had songs getting on a Kendrick vibe and saying he's the best in the game. Kendrick seemed to respect Cole's confidence and would still be on good terms, but it wouldn't be the same for Drake. After Kendrick seen that the Control verse got under Drake's skin, he would mock him with lines calling him soft. And Drake would have small sneak disses in a few songs to Kendrick, which would confirm that the two do not like each other. Cole stayed neutral in that situation and would perform with both Kendrick and Drake at shows. Kendrick seemed to be doing fine, racking up multiple Grammy wins each year, beating both Cole and Drake for Best Hip Hop Album.
To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar.
Damn, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar!
Despite Drake not feeling Kendrick, he did congratulate him a few times for winning the Grammys and respects his music. Many people were still itching for a Kendrick and Cole collab project that still never dropped, but people in Kendrick's camp and even J. Cole would confirm that at this point, it's never gonna happen. Now in 2018, Kendrick kinda went missing for a while and stopped dropping music, besides the Black Panther album he was on for a few tracks. That's when Cole took advantage of it and started going off. A change in J. Cole would happen where he would drop songs more than usual and have such a confident and cocky vibe to him. He would also work with a lot of people and be on a lot of features, something he doesn't do so often. Drake was still going off as well, making his usual hits for each album he drops. Keep in mind that most people see Drake a little different from Cole and Kendrick. Drake has bars, but he also has a lot of songs that are more pop and R&B as well, while the other two keeps it hip-hop. Then Kendrick would come back with his album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Despite it being his lowest-selling album, it still did well on the charts and it was overall a great body of work. At this point, these three would be the leaders of hip-hop and no one would deny it. But even though Cole would feel like he has the crown, he believes people put him below Drake and Kendrick. Kendrick always vocalized himself as being the greatest rapper alive.
Lord knows heavyweight, I'm the best rapper alive. I'm the best rapper alive. I'm the best rapper alive.
And even Drake said a few times that he views himself as having the crown.
People always ask how I got my nice things, take my crown to the grave, I'm an underground king.
So who really is #1? Now nothing too crazy would happen between the three for a while, but in 2023, Drake would drop For All the Dogs, and on one particular song on the album would destroy the big three forever.
Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
Drake and J. Cole would collab on First Person Shooter, where Cole would bring up the big three. That seems to be paying respect to himself and the other two, to show how far they came. It was overall a great song, until Kendrick would shut it down.
I still got PTSD, motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me.
Kendrick would be featured on Future's project with Metro Boomin called We Don't Trust You with the song, like that, saying F the big three, it's just big me, and that's when things would take a more drastic turn. Keep in mind, that whole project was targeting Drake, and that's because Metro and Future had beef with him. This was all happening while Drake was on tour, with Cole as well. Everyone thought Drake was quickly going to respond, but he decided to take a little time, probably the fact he was still touring. But surprisingly, Cole would decide to respond to it.
Your first shit was classic, your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it.
Cole would put out 7-minute drill. People's reactions to it weren't so good for the reason of his bars that seemed to be cap. He would go at Kendrick's catalog saying his projects are trash, which is clearly a lie, and that would make people be disappointed in his response. But shortly after, Cole would make a move that would damage his reputation in hip-hop for the rest of his life. He would apologize.
Man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way, and if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot, I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep.
No one would know exactly why Cole would do this. Some believe he may gotten a call from Kendrick's camp saying what you're doing is a bad idea, but can't really confirm it. We may never know. But now Cole has to move completely different and can't talk that I'm the best talk no more. He pretty much just gave up on taking the crown. From there, Drake would finally come out and release Push-Ups.
I don't care what Cole think, that dot shit was weak as fuck. Champagne tripping, he is not fucking easing up.
Now they would go back and forth at each other with multiple diss songs that we covered in our past videos, but 2 specific songs Kendrick dropped would ultimately confirm the winner of the beef. Kendrick's Euphoria would come at Drake having ghostwriters, which we all know he had from his past beef with Meek Mill, which exposed him for other people writing a lot of songs for Drake. But this would make people remember, and more songs would surface, showing ghostwriters for Drake after Kendrick dropped. And Kendrick's Not Like Us song, he would come at Drake on how he talks to underage girls. Not Like Us also would have a catchy hook and a dance vibe to where it started being played at clubs around the world. This would highly damage Drake. If you want to be the best, you have to write your own songs. And to make it worse, Kendrick gave him the narrative as a pedophile. As for the fans, mostly everyone would be on Kendrick's side. Everyone would be disappointed in Cole, and people would look at Drake different now. Everyone would view the top 3 and wonder who was the best for many years, but now, as Kendrick said, it's just big me.